Hello children, welcome back to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. So today I am going to teach you social and political life, that is social science. In that this is one of the subject part, that is civics. So lesson number 6, open your textbooks, page number 71, understanding media. So now, what is media? As our day starts from morning to night, we are with media. So exactly we need to understand what is media. We are saying this word, but we should understand. If you could see the pictures here, many pictures you can see. So anything striked to your mind? Let us study now. What is your favorite TV program? What do you like listening to on the radio? Which newspaper or magazine do you usually read? Do you surf the internet, and what have you found most useful about it? Did you know that there is one word that is often used to collectively refer to the radio, TV, newspaper, internet and several other forms of communication? This word is media. From where we are getting the news, or what we are surfing in the internet, we are reading the magazines, we are watching our favorite TV programs, we are listening to the radio. So we are communicating from other places. This through this media. The word is media. In this chapter, you will read more about the media. You will find out what is required to make it work, as well as the ways in which the media affects our daily lives. Can you think of one thing that you have learnt from the media this week? Yes, we are always in touch with media. So can you think any one thing that you have learnt from media this week? As we are watching TV programs, we are reading magazines, we are reading newspapers, we are listening to the music, so easily you can find it. Everything ranging from the stall at the local fair to the program that you see on TV can be called media. Media is the plural form of the word medium, and it describes the various ways through which we communicate in society. Because media refers to all means of communication, everything ranging from a phone call to the evening news on TV can be called media. TV, radio and newspaper are a form of media that reaches millions of people or the masses across the country and the world, and thus they are called mass media. So through this media we are communicating with other people, and we can know the news, we can watch everything all over the world what is going on. So this communication, it is done by media and across the world, and thus they are called mass media. Now exactly you understood what is mass media. See, phone call to the evening news on TV can be called media. TV, radio, newspaper are in the form of media, that you have understood, that reaches millions of people or the masses, that is public, and across the country and the world, and thus they are called mass media. Now we are going to learn different parts of media, like what is the impact of media on technology, what is the relation between media and technology, and some more things. Gradually as we go through the lesson we can learn. Media and technology. It would probably difficult for you to imagine your life without media. Yes, The life has become very difficult without media, without TV, without mobile, or without newspaper, or without listening to any of the music or any other news. It is very difficult for us. We cannot survive without media, but cable television and the widespread use of the internet is a recent phenomenon. So, now recently the technology has developed. Earlier days there were no televisions or only radios, or some of the facilities were there, only hearing was there. Now gradually, as the days passed, as the years passed, the technology has developed, and by that technology we are getting many new things. The television models also, they have changed. Now LCDs, LEDs, all these have the changed technology, and these have been around for less than 20 years. The technology that mass media uses keeps changing. So, there are many changes in technology. As the changes begin, the things also change. Newspapers, television and radio can reach millions of people because they use certain technologies. We also tend to discuss newspapers and magazines as the print media. Yes, how the newspapers we are getting, those are printed, and magazines also, they are printed. So, these are called print media. And TV, radio as the electronic media, yes, they run on electricity, they are electronic media. Why do you think newspapers are called print media? Yes, as you read further, you will find that this naming is related to the different technologies that these media use. The following photographs will give you a sense of the ways in which technology that mass media uses has changed over the years and continues to change also. So, here you can see by the photograph an artist's impression of Gutenberg printing the first sheet of Bible. So, this is the printing, first time it was printed, as you learnt all inscriptions and everything. So, there was no printing press, but this Germany person Gutenberg, he invented printer and he is printing. Ask older members of your family about what they used to listen to on the radio when there was no TV around. Find out from them when the first TV came to your area. When was cable TV introduced? How many people in your neighborhood use the internet? List 3 things that you know about some other part of the world from watching television. Very important activities these are. So, you try to find all these things. Now, changing technology. We will go to changing technology. Changing technology or machines and making technology more modern helps media to reach more people. It also improves the quality of sound and the images that you see. But technology does more than this. It also changes the ways in which we think about our lives. For example, today it is quite difficult for us to think of our lives without television. Yeah, definitely. Television has enabled us to think of ourselves as members of larger global world. Television images travel huge distances through satellites and cables. This allows us to view news and entertainment channels from other parts of the world. Most of the cartoons you see on television and are mostly from Japan or from the United States. We can now be sitting in Chennai and Jammu and can see images of storm that has the coast Chennai or Jammu, and can see images of a storm that has hit the coast of Florida in United States. Television has brought the world closer to us now. So, by watching, we can watch many things from home. Through television, we will come to know what are the calamities are going throughout the world. So, we can reach many places. We get the news by watching, by hearing. Okay. Now, here you can see with electronic typewriter, journalism underwent a sea change in the 1940s. Now, this is a typewriter. Okay. Now, media and money. Now, we learnt about media and technology. Through technology, what are the developments have come, and it will be continuous procedure, like the technology will get developed and new things will emerge. Now, media and money. What is the relation between media and money? The different technologies that mass media use are expensive. Now, technologies which are used by mass media, they are expensive. Just think about the TV studio in which the news reader sits. It has lights, cameras, sound, recorders, transmission satellites, etc. All of which cost a lot of money. Now, you are watching TV, you can see the news, but just imagine whatever programs you are getting, whatever you are watching, what facilities, what things are needed there. They need cameras, they need lights, they need sound recorders and transmission satellites. So, in this way, the money is spent on all these technical things. In a news studio, it is not only the news reader who needs to be paid, but also a number of other people who help put the broadcast together. This includes those who look after the cameras and lights. Also, as you read earlier, the technologies that mass media use keep changing, and so a lot of money is spent on getting the latest technology. Due to these costs, the mass media needs a great deal of money to do its work. As a result, most television channels and newspapers are a part of big business houses. So, not only the things which are used in the studio, those get the those costs, those things, but also the people working there, they are to be paid. So, the lot of money is needed for media. Mass media is constantly thinking of ways to make money. One way in which the mass media earns money is by advertising things like cars, chocolates, clothes, mobile phones, etc. You must have noticed the number of advertisements that you have to see while watching your favorite television show. While watching a cricket match on TV, the same advertisements are shown repeatedly between each over, and so you are often watching the same image over and over again. As you will read the following chapter, advertisements are repeated in the hope that you will go out and buy that what is advertised. Many times we get influenced by advertisements. As we are watching any of our TV program, favorite TV program, or if you are watching a cricket match, many advertisements are there in between. So, they show some time slots are there. Between that time slots, they show the advertisements, and we see many of the advertisements of chocolates, clothes, mobile phones, and many other household or daily life things. So, we get influenced by that and we feel that to purchase. So if we purchase those products, again it is the money we are spending and the media is getting. Okay. Now after this you can see, can you list three different products that are advertised during your favorite TV programs? Take a newspaper and count the number of advertisements in it. Some people say that newspapers have too many advertisements. Do you think this is true, and why? Yes, if you see the newspaper, there also you can find many advertisements. So the people here you can see working. The cost of advertise on TV channel varies from 1000 to 1 lakh per 10 seconds depending on the popularity of the channel and time. It depends on that product. If any famous people are advertising that product, it will cost more. Now here, media and democracy. In a democracy, the media plays a very important role in providing news and discussing events taking place in the country and the world. It is on the basis of this information that citizens can, for example, learn how government works, and often if they wish to, they can take action on the basis of these news stories. Some of the ways in which they can do this is by writing letters to the concerned minister, organizing a public protest, starting a signature campaign, asking the government to rethink its program, etc. So now what is media and democracy? What is the relation? In a democracy, the media plays very important role, providing news and discussing events taking place in the country and the world. It is on the basis of information that citizens can, for example, now learn how government works. Now there you will get the news how government is working, and often they wish to that they can take action on the basis of these news and stories. So in this way there is the media and democracy are related, and they can write letters to the concerned minister and organize public protests also. Given the role that the media plays in providing information, it is important that the information be balanced. Let us understand what we mean by balanced media report by reading two versions of the same news event given on the next page. Now the same news, in what way they are printed? In two different pages or newspaper. Now you can see here News of India report. Crackdown on polluting factories. Protesters block roads and disrupt traffic. Now the writer's name is given here. Violent protesters by owners and workers brought the city to a standstill today. People getting to work could not do so on time because of huge traffic jams. The owners and workers are protesting the government's decision to close down polluting factory units. Although the government did not take this decision rather hastily, the protesters have known for quite some time that their units are not legal. Moreover, the level of pollution in the city will be greatly reduced by this closure. Mr. Jain, a well-known figure in the city, said, "With our city gradually becoming India's new business hub, it is important that it be a clean and green city. Polluting factories should be moved. The factory owners and the workers should accept the relocation being offered by the government instead of protesting." Now Here there is one incident like some polluting factories, they are located in residential area. So the government has told them to move, to relocate these factories, but people, violent protests by owners and workers, they brought the city to standstill today. Why? Because people getting to work could not do so on time because of huge traffic jams. The owners and workers are protesting the government's decision. They are going against their decision. The reason that although government did not take the decision very hastily, the protesters have to know for quite some time that their units are not legal. They know very well that those units are not legal. If we want to make the city very clean and green, the factories should be relocated. They should be outskirts, out of the residential areas. Now one more, the same thing how it is printed. India Daily Report, closure of factories caused unrest. Daily News Service, the closure of the 1 lakh factories in the city's residential areas is likely to become a serious issue. On Monday, thousands of factory owners and workers took to the streets to strongly protest this closure. They said that their livelihood would be lost. They said that the fault lies with the municipal corporation because it continued to issue licenses for new factories to be set up in residential areas. They also say that there were no adequate relocation efforts. The owners and workers planned a one-day city bandh to protest against this closure. Mr. Sharma, one of the factory owners, said, the government says that it has done a lot to relocate us, but the areas they have sent to us to have no facilities have not been developed for the last 5 years. So here again the closure of 1 lakh factories, they closed, which were located in residential areas. On Monday, thousands of factory owners and workers, they took to the streets to strongly protest this closure. They don't want to close those factories. They said that their livelihood be affected. How? Because they were used to work in those factories. If they relocate somewhere else, the facilities are not proper and they are not getting all the things properly as they were getting here. So they were telling it is the mistake of municipal corporation who gave the license to start here. So they also say that there were no adequate relocation efforts. They were not taking much efforts to relocate also. The owners and workers planned a one-day city bandh to protest against this closure of closing factories. So Mr. Sharma, one of the factory owners, said, the government says that it has done a lot to relocate us, but the areas they have sent, wherever again they relocated, wherever these people were sent, they don't have no facilities and have not been developed for last 5 years. There was no development. Now you can see the difference. The matter is same, but the matter how it is printed, it is different. Now are the above stories in the 2 newspapers similar? And if not, why not? What in your view are the similarities and differences? Now you should find it. You read it carefully, then you will understand what are the similarities and what are the differences. If you read the story in the News of India, what would you think about the issue? So the News of India, if you read, what is the story about, and if you read the news in India Daily Report, what is the news about, you can find the similarities and differences. The fact is that if you had read either newspaper, you would only know one side of the story. If you had read the news of India, you would mostly likely think of the protesters as a nonsense. They are disrupting traffic and continually polluting the city with their factories leaves you with a bad impression about them. But on the other hand, if you had read the story in the India Daily, you would know that the protests are because a lot of livelihood will be lost if the factories close, because the relocation efforts have not been adequate. Neither of these stories is a balanced report. A balanced report is one that discusses all points of view of the particular story and then leaves it to the readers to make up their minds. Now these stories are not balanced. Okay. A balanced report is what? One that discusses all the points of view of a particular story and then leaves it to the readers to make up their minds. Now writing a balanced report, however, depends on the media being independent. An independent media means that no one should control and influence its coverage of news. No one should tell the media what can be included and what should not be included in the news story. An independent media is important in democracy. As you read above, it is on the basis of the information that the media provides that we take action as citizens. So it is important that this information is reliable and not biased. So now here writing a balanced report depends on the media. It should be independent. Independent means what? Nobody should control or influence its coverage news. No one should tell the media what can be included and what it should not be included. An independent media is important in democracy. Yes. As you read about, it is on the basis of the information that the media provides that we take action as citizens. So whatever the news we get, we take the action. However, the reality is that media is far from independent. This is mainly because of two reasons. The first is the control that the government has on the media. When the government prevents either a news item or scenes from a movie or the lyrics of a song from being shared with the larger public. This is referred to as censorship. There have been periods in Indian history when the government censored the media. The worst of these was the emergency between 1975 and 1977. So the reality is that media is far from independent. This is mainly because of two reasons. The first is control that the government has on the media. When the government prevents either of the news item or scenes from a movie, so they control it. If they don't feel it good, they will cut it. Or the lyrics of the song, if they don't feel it is proper, it should not reach to the public, they remove that. So this is referred to as censorship. So there have been periods in Indian history when the government censored the media. The worst of these was the emergency between which time? Between 1975 to 1977. Now there is one question, do you think it is important to know both sides of the story? Why? Pretend that you are journalists, okay. For a newspaper, write a balanced story from the two news reports. So now you pretend you are a journalist. For a newspaper, write two balanced stories from the two news reports. So this activity you can do. In this way, we have completed some part of the lesson. In the next session, we will be continuing with the same lesson. So, until then, thank you, goodbye.